you have to go through your lamps and you have to sell some of them on Facebook Marketplace. I know, you don't have to tell me, dude.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook. Sometimes I go picking with my boyfriend, sometimes it's my best friend Sue, and sometimes it's my kids. But at the end of the day, it's all about having fun and hopefully just maybe making a profit.
Well, today we are at the shop. My goals are to get some lamps listed up on Facebook Marketplace that are unshippable. You guys saw, like last week, I had sent Andrew with some lamps to bring over here to the shop. My goal today is to get those listed up on Facebook Marketplace. And my other goal is to dig through some of that antique booth clean out stuff. There were some items in particular that we had shown briefly in a previous video that seemed to be of interest to some of our viewers, and Andrew's like, you should really pull those out because I've got people that are interested in those. And so today we're going to be looking for those specific items. Here we go. Okay, so this is really all that we have left from the antique booth clean out. Oh, here's what Andrew was talking about. He was referring to this flat. Let's go take it to the window and go through it before we deal with our lamps. All right, so I've got this flat over here. It is full of small stuff, and we're gonna go through the small stuff before we go tackle the lamps, because I feel like the lamps are just going to be daunting. Not because I can't list them, but because they're my collection and I feel attached to them. It's like this weird hoarder thing that I have. I do have that. I have that hoarder thing. And it's to certain things, like lamps. I can't help myself. I am going to list them. I'm going to just suck it up and I'm going to do it and it's going to get done. But first I'm going to go through this. It's just going to kind of lead into the lamps. And once I'm done with this, I'll be like, okay. We've got this wet paint sign, which is kind of neat. Dutch Boy White Lead. IT Conrad, Harrisburg.
There's some really cool advertising stuff.
Yeah, that's
there.
really neat.
This is the thing that everybody's been going crazy about, though.
Yeah.
The South Burma.
And I think we
map.
actually talked about this in a video, and that's kind of why.
We did, but...
So, why don't you just briefly talk about it again?
It's a bailout map.
Yeah.
So, somebody that would have been stationed overseas or in action at that time, it's made out of silk. It won't deteriorate like a paper map. So if they have to bail out in the water, they have a cloth map to get them to safety. Or to somewhere. Yeah.
Very cool.
And I think that one's dated 41 or 44.
They've got a price on here of $80.
Yeah, those are...
Yeah,
those
they've
are,
got 1944.
Yeah, they're actually very
I've
desirable.
never seen them before, so that's really neat.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's why I kind of like going through this stuff from this antique booth, because it's like stuff that, like the first thing that I realized that, like, this is stuff that I don't always look at, but it was that bank, the bear bank.
Yeah.
That was the first thing where it's like, that's something that I overlook all the time. And they had a high price on it, and I thought, wow. You know, I would have never thought it was worth that. But then I started looking it up and looking at comps, and I was like, okay. So I learned something by going through all of this stuff. So
I love
they've
this.
got some neat stuff.
Yeah, these action figures are cool. These are Migos. These I don't know if the Boy Scout's Migo. He should be a Migo. He's Welcome Back Cotter.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I think that was before.
That's way before your time. That's actually technically before my time, but I was still watching that as a kid. I was watching reruns. Mork and Mindy, Welcome Back Cotter, and this is Steve Scout.
Yes, I remember you picking up.
I pick those up when I find them. They're not uber expensive. They're a cool piece.
He's in better shape than the one that you picked up the last time,
He
though.
is. He's in a lot better shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really cool advertising pieces in here. I'm excited about this. I love this Magic Lantern slide, Yosemite National Park.
Oh, that is really neat. I don't know if they're going to be able to see that, though. I have to turn you guys the other way. Ready? I don't know if it's working or not. Ta-da!
Yeah, those magic lantern slides are fun.
That's really cool.
Mark's got a pile of them of all kinds of stuff. I think there was a lot of European scenery. Those are cool. Yeah. What else we got in there?
This is neat. This jumping skull. I don't know if it has like a spring in it. It's just like a fun thing. Probably like a kid's thing made in Taiwan.
Vintage bag of tricks made in Japan.
Oh, that's fun. The kids would get a kick out of that. A lot of the times when we buy toys for the birds, they have these finger traps on them.
Yeah, the Chinese finger traps.
Yeah, because they're
so
safe
cool.
for the birds, and the birds can tear them apart. That's fun.
This is the poor kids toy soldier because it's not metal.
Oh, what is that? Is
Actually,
that
I think that
plaster?
is probably a wartime piece because they were conserving the metal for the war effort.
I think there was one of these in another box too. I remember seeing it when I was
possible.
digging through. Got the library of games. That's
There's
pretty
all
neat.
kinds of killer little tchotchke items in here. We're just like, oh, could that be? No, that's just off of a buffalo nickel. I was thinking of the Carlisle Indian School, but that's gone like 1880s.
This spiderweb puzzle, free with each package of Cracker Jacks.
Look, it's a boomerang.
Oh boy.
Oh, good. My package will go. Thank you.
This is Pan American World Airways. Special police. Little kid's badge. Oh, these are interesting. Eva Gabor. She's kind of shiny because it's in that case. This one is Ginger Rogers. I think these are actresses. This one is Esther Williams. And Eva Gardner. Collect, it says on the back. I don't know. Oh, portraits of movie stars. There you go. I was correct. Even though it was before my time. As we always joke. Oh, this is really cool. Wow. I like this a lot. It is a pendant. And let's see if we can get it to focus. It wants to focus on my face. Focus on the pendant. It's New York World's Fair. And then on the back, it's got the globe there. But it is actually 1964 to 65 World's Fair. I love finding this stuff. And they've actually had quite a bit of the World's Fair stuff in with their stuff. Barbed wire fencing. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in this box. I'm just pulling out the stuff that's like standing out to me. This is fun. A little pin. Now, my understanding is that she specialized in jewelry and especially Bakelite. So I imagine she had some really, really nice jewelry, but I think she cleaned that out before the actual clean out. She took a lot of that home. This is a neat pin. I don't see any markings on it anywhere. I like that. A little genie. And he's got a little jewel up there on his head. I like him. Brooke. Something cards. They're cards of some sort, but they've got cars on them. Pretty neat. Let's see what else we've got in this box. Elvis. That's flashy. I like that. Ooh. He actually still has his sword. He's a samurai. That's impressive that he still has his sword because it comes right out. I like him. Oh, here's another one. New York World's Fair. This one's more of a bracelet. Yeah, a charm bracelet. I don't think it would fit my wrist. I have big wrists. What's this? U.S. mail service. I don't know if that's like a name pin. I think you could slide your name into this part, and where it is a little name pin. That's really neat. I like that. All right, I'm going to show you guys what is in the flat. Check this out. This is what I'm digging through. We've got this. What is this? New York's World's Fair. Oh, it's a fan in the original box. It's pretty fancy. Dollhouse furniture. Carlisle Fishing Game. 172. Sheriff Badge. Oh, that's a fun game. I can't read what that says. Oh, Presley. Oh my gosh, that's a little creepy. I think that's Howdy Doody, right? Isn't it? Yeah, Howdy Doody. Ooh. See, if I were to give this to my children, they would probably have nightmares. He's a little creepy. Hello, little... What is that? Donkey? Now, if you guys remember, we had the little glass elephant charms that were actually check glass. And those sell for upwards of $20 a piece, just in general. They're little glass elephants. And they're usually on a string like this, so that's why I pulled this out of the box. I thought maybe this was glass, but it feels like plastic. But I'm always looking for the little glass elephants, and they're about this size. They're super tiny, just little elephant charms. The different colors really contribute a lot to the value, but upwards of $20 for those, so they're worth looking for. Oh, look, New York World's Fair, more fair stuff. I think, oh, that wants to stab me. We have quite a few viewers who have expressed interest in any time that we find World's Fair stuff, that we list it, so I always like coming across the fair stuff. I think the earlier fair stuff's all better, but it's all World's Fair. Little buttons. I have been to my dentist. Help crippled children, Bugs Bunny. I didn't read that in the right order in my head, and so I had to read it out loud. Oh boy. Chicago. That's a fun spin. Well, I think that pretty much concludes digging through the box.
You have to go through your lamps and you have to sell some of them on Facebook Marketplace.
I know, you don't have to tell me, dude. I don't even know who you are. Howdy Doody. You don't look like Howdy Doody. I don't know who you are. Oh, it's a cute little pen. I like that. That was fun. Cracker Jack, please. Well then. Oh, that's cool. What is this? This is just a little toy. Come on, jackpot. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Alright, so I'm going to go and take a bunch of pictures And I'm not going to bore you guys with all the picture taking and whatnot, but I'm going to take a bunch of pictures. I'm going to get them listed on Facebook Marketplace. We already did the video of listing on Facebook Marketplace, so it's not worth repeating. Ben Casey, ooh, you're handsome, aren't you? Totally distracted. And so I'm going to get them listed up on Facebook Marketplace, at least like 2 or 3 singles or pairs, and we'll see how they do. I don't know. I have to knock down the price of the last pair that I listed because nobody really bid on them, which I figured people would at least lowball, and that's what I was expecting, because I wasn't actually expecting when I listed them for $150 that's what they would sell for. I would have been happy with like 75 to 100, but nobody offered lower. So I made this assumption about Facebook Marketplace that people just lowball, and I guess I just scared everyone off by making that assumption. So maybe I should just ask what I'm wanting for them and then see where it goes from there. But yeah, we've got some more to list. We're gonna give that a shot, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've got to get rid of some lamps. That's the truth. They're starting to collect over here now. All right, I will get back to you in a little bit. Well, the lamp collection appears to be growing. Also, Walter appears to be watching a horror movie. I hear the...
Oh, no. He's watching a Star Wars thing. I think he's watching Clone Wars.
Oh, well, it is May the 4th, so that makes sense.
May the 4th be with you.
So the lamps are growing. This is one that Eric brought over the other day that is backwards.
Yeah, he kind of dropped it off and was like, here.
Yeah, he just dropped it off on his way fishing, and he's like, here, have this. And we were like, well, okay then. It is pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. I haven't actually plugged it in, but it's got the clock, and then it actually has the fiberglass shade with this tolware leaves. And it's pretty epic. It's a pretty epic lamp. And we've got this guy, which I'm pretty sure is Hagar. These ones back here from Paul, those are Hagar as well. We've got the atomic one. We've got a whole mishmash. These ones back here, I'm not sure yet if I'm wanting to sell those or not. They are Hagar. I don't know. You know, I'm obsessed with Hagar lamps. Usually it's the Figura lamps, but I love the colors of those, and I don't know if I will be able to use them. And if I can use them, I'm going to use them in my home. So we've got these, and then we've also got these two right here, which I actually already took pictures of. We also have these. You guys didn't see these. And they're, oh my gosh. This is so nice, one-handed. Oh, there we go. Okay, so these are Hagar too. They are, oh my gosh, one-handed is not wise. Okay, these are Hagar. They are obviously graduated, and I actually had a smaller one that I sold a month ago, 2 months ago, and I'm kind of like kicking myself because if I would have held onto it, I would have had all the graduated sizes. I didn't realize they were graduated at the time, but now I do. These obviously, you know what, maybe they could be shipped. I don't know if they could be shipped as a set though, so that's kind of a little bit concerning. These are something that maybe we would have to hold on to or put on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not sure about that. Also, that giant black lamp back there is Hagar as well. I would get rid of that one. That one's like 1980s. Bye. Okay, so we got some pictures of the lamps to be listed on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not going to do this right this second because I've got some ideas brewing about how I want to go about listing them. I think it might benefit the viewers, maybe. I have to think this through. But this thought just occurred to me as I was taking the pictures, and I've got a better plan for the lamps. But the more I think about it, I'll have to get back to you guys about that. So they might not be going up on Facebook Marketplace immediately, but I've got plans. I've got ideas. Anyway, so I did get those pictures, but I think we're gonna end the video here. And I'm gonna go grab some boxes to go through with you guys tomorrow because I think this video is done. I think I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, and I came up with a really great idea that's got me all energized and excited. I'm getting ready to edit this video that I filmed the other day, and I decided to kind of put something on the end of it to kind of explain exactly what happened in the process of filming this video. And in the process of filming this video, I intended to do this Facebook Marketplace thing and to list all this stuff on Facebook Marketplace. And I belong to all these local yard sale groups. You know, there's one for Mechanicsburg, there's one for Carlisle, these are all different towns. And it occurred to me that the chances of people who follow Crazy Lamp Lady being in any of those groups and seeing me posting this stuff are pretty slim. And so, having this marketing wired mind that I do, it occurred to me that I need to have a Crazy Lamp Lady local pickup Facebook Marketplace buy and sell group. And so I couldn't do it right then and there directly from my phone, but when I got home, I created this Crazy Lamp Lady local pickup group and I linked it to my Facebook page. So now, whenever I list anything to Facebook Marketplace, I can share it into multiple locations. I can share it into the Carlisle yard sale group, I can share it into the Mechanicsburg yard sale group, but I can also share it into the personal group that I created where my local followers and viewers can join and they can have dibs on the stuff that I'm listing here locally. That way they're seeing it and it's not getting lost in all these other yard sale groups. So that thought kind of occurred to me and it seemed like a great idea. So I'm going to give it a shot. I created the group. I'm putting a link down in the description. If you're local and you want to see the stuff that I'm listing for local pickup, you're more than welcome to go and join that group. I'm going to see how it works. But the thought occurred to me that a lot of local businesses could really put this to use. And if you have a Facebook page, you can own a Facebook group and link it to your page. So all of these local antique shops that are currently unable to open, one of the things that you could do is you could do the exact same thing and you could open your own, you know, say it's Banana Box Antiques. If it was Banana Box Antiques, you could do Banana Box Antiques local pickup and you could list items for your vendors or for yourself and you could list them in this local pickup and have people come and pick up these items. So that was just kind of an idea that I had and I thought, you know what, this is a great opportunity to test this out, especially at a time where, you know, shops are closed down. And if it's a model that works for me, it could work for other businesses. And I know a lot of vendors have their stuff, you know, in these antique malls, and I think this would be a great opportunity because a lot of these antique malls have a following and they could utilize that following for their vendors. So just a thought I had, just trying to come up with ideas and ways to improvise based on the current events. And I thought this is a great idea and I would share it with you all. So that's what I'm going to do. I created a group through my page, not just a group through my personal Jocelyn Elizabeth, but I created a group through Crazy Lamp Lady and I just called it Crazy Lamp Lady Local Pickups. And so there's a link down in the description. If you're local, you want to join, you want to see what I'm listing there for local pickup only, feel free. But that was my brilliant idea. And I couldn't right then and there create a Facebook group from my phone, so I had to wait till I got home to do it and to really think it through and get excited about it. So now I'm excited about it and excited to share it with you. So I'm going to end the video on that note. And that's fun. We'll play with that for a little while. I'm going to list those lamps after we get some members in there, some people who might be interested. I'm going to list the lamps that I took pictures of the other day and see where it goes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My birds are extra talkative today because I just gave them treats and they love me and they're telling me all about it. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Later.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook.